baby, book the premium room.
Yeah,
okay, you're going to
just
listen to
book
this
it.
episode. You're going to be so excited. And then if you go book the standard room, do not call me.
They lied.
Don't call me.
Yes. Just book the premium room. Because again, we talk about it, Jamaica resorts are outdated. So the standard rooms are the standard rooms. You're getting the basic Jamaica look.
The rooms that were not renovated.
Absolutely.
That's just what
it's just those rooms that, you know, have a more traditional look.
We've as travel agents, we've learned the keywords to make it not sound ridiculous, but still get the point across.
What we're talking about, you know, certain color palette. And I think just in general, that type of like real estate and just how things are presented, hospitality, the architecture of things have just been so different over these last years. We want white, we want clean, we want glass, we want marble, we want gray. Yeah. That's just what we want.
We want those.
We want blue. Yeah. And that's exactly what they're giving. Like turquoise, gray, very brand new marble, clean. But that's the premium rooms.
Premium rooms.
Hey y'all.
Hey y'all, hey. Welcome to another episode of Travel
Fly
Sexy. Okay, here's the thing. In my mind, I'm still singing Locked In. So I'm like, we gotta play it. So that's what happened.
What is this pause?
Oh, it's me.
You're like, do I come in now?
I know.
Locked In, or do I come in with Travel? Drop Locked In and Ricky.
My bad.
Can we do that, or will that mess with YouTube rights? Okay, never mind.
Fair enough.
Y'all know what we talking about, though, hopefully.
If you don't know, that's my song right now. So in my mind, that's what happened. But nevertheless, welcome to episode 96 of Travel Fly Sexy.
Yes, 96.
Wow.
So close to 100.
𝗓𝗔𝒊𝗃 for my nizzo. Sorry guys, I'm actually just really excited. And
it's Taurus season, y'all. If you can't tell, it's clearly Taurus season.
So I don't really have my wits about me, but I do, but I don't, but I do. Nevertheless, thank you for joining us on this episode. It's all about our recent trip to
Jamaica.
Jamaica, man.
Oh my gosh. Jamaica is always a good time.
It was so good.
Yeah.
It was so good. And specifically, this episode is walking you through our experience at the Grand Bahia Principe Jamaica.
Yes.
Because they did some renovations, some upgrades, and we need to tell y'all.
Yeah, the resort was resorting. And we actually stayed on the resort majority of the time, which we rarely do. Yeah. So we have a bunch to tell you about the resort, its amenities, the new upgrades, and all the good stuff.
All the things. But of course, before we jump into that, a little bit of gotta smell from our inbox to yours. What's going on in the world of travel, Jazz?
Yes. So I thought this was funny, a little lighthearted this week. So we had this couple on a flight, and she's like, William.
The way that she said his name, first of all.
Yes, it's so funny.
All the syllables.
She's like, question mark. He didn't book a hotel. They had the flight. They was on the flight, but he didn't book a hotel. And she was like, this is what happens when two type B people date. So I thought it was funny to just talk about type B travelers who just vibe, you know, no plans, no hotel, just a flight and vibes.
Child.
I immediately commented, like, this post just gave me so much anxiety. Like, this is crazy.
I think y'all literally know we are nowhere near type B travelers.
I'm a type A person across the board.
I think I got like a little type B sprinkle, a little bit, like a little garnish of nutmeg.
I'm dead. Just a splash.
But no, I gotta have a hotel.
Yeah, no hotel is crazy. But I've talked to people, like I've been on flights with people and we're going to the same destination. And I'm like, oh yeah, where are you staying? And they're like, yeah, I didn't decide yet. I'm like, wait, what?
Instant stress.
We are almost there.
We are in flight.
Yes.
Nah, bro. Now, I only said I got a little bit because I'll go places that don't have a return flight.
Which also blows my mind.
That's kind of nuts. It's not.
It is crazy.
The smartest thing. Yeah. But I feel like it's a little more common than not a hotel.
Y'all book everything before you go, please. Just please save me the anxiety because you're stressing me out. If you're okay with it, that's fine. But me, just don't post. Don't tell me. Don't like, Tasha, if you know you don't got a return flight, just book your return flight in the shuttle. Just don't let me know.
I don't tell you.
I'm like, did you book your flight yet? She's like, oh yeah. Even on this trip, I'm like, did you check in yet? And you're like, oh yeah, no. And I'm like, all right.
I know.
Are you going home or are you staying?
I know. And that one even wasn't like that was just like, why you ain't check in, Natasha? That was like, you just ain't. There was no reason. It was just like, then
are you coming with me
at the airport? But again,
you staying here.
Don't be like me, because I really
don't be like
trying my life. What am I doing?
Yeah, y'all are crazy. And no hotel is even crazier, because I would think the day of the pricing would be high, but I mean, I don't know. You may catch them at a lower. I don't know.
Hotels is tricky because day of you can typically get a decent rate.
Yeah, because they're trying to fill the rooms. That's what I'm thinking.
Now, if you're a person who likes a certain type of room category, then that's where you're playing with dice, because those are like, if you're like, I gotta be in the suite or I gotta be in the executive.
Yeah, that's not guaranteed.
Those tend to go faster than your standard kings,
absolutely,
or standard doubles. So
yeah,
depends on which.
It's just too high risk for me. So
I agree.
Say book your.
I need to know where I'm staying.
Yeah,
because I also
you curate your experience from that. But obviously, they don't have an itinerary because they don't have a hotel. So.
And granted, they were going to Miami.
Right there,
I think I saw that either in the caption or somewhere in there. But or the hotel, I saw Miami somewhere, so I'm like, I guess you could.
I think he was like scrolling through hotels.
You could go to Miami on Vibes.
Go anywhere on Vibes. Do what your little heart desires, guys.
But if you go into Jamaica,
book your hotel and book it at Bahia.
Period. So with that being said, let's jump into today's topic, our resort review of the Grand Bahia Principe Jamaica.
Yes.
I'm very excited about this because, number one, Jasmine and I talked about this, but this property, typically, if you're searching for all-inclusives, they have very competitive rates.
Absolutely.
So you'll see them, and then if you're kind of like me, you're like, what's the catch?
Exactly.
And then you jump to reviews.
Exactly.
And you're like, all right now.
Yeah.
So we did the research for you.
Absolutely. So with the Bahia Principe, like Tosh said, it does come in at a very reasonable rate for Jamaica. Jamaica's expensive, all inclusive. Most of the properties are all inclusive unless you're kind of doing like a rental style. And you won't pay. Everybody go to Jamaica. It's a popular destination. It's some people's top vacation destinations. So with the Bahia Principe Grand, they're located in the Runaway Bay area. So it's not in the Montego Bay area. So I think that also contributes to that price point a bit. So just talking about getting to the resort from Montego Bay Airport, it's about an hour, 15 minutes, whereas most of the other resorts are like 45 or under.
Yeah, for sure. And like, so I think that's something to consider, depending on you as a traveler, as well as depending on how much time you have for vacation. I know that sometimes factors into people's decision of where they want to stay.
Absolutely.
If you're like, I don't want to have a quote unquote long transfer, then I might want to find somewhere closer. Or I'm only here for 4 days. I don't want to spend time in the car. So everybody's different. For us, we don't care. But
I mean, an hour and 15 minutes is a half an hour difference. So I do think the price point is competitive to a lot of those properties in Montego Bay. So it's worth that half an hour to get to the property. This was my first time staying in the Runaway Bay area, actually.
Yeah. It wasn't, granted, yes, there's a distance, quote unquote, but the area itself has things to do. And its proximity to Ocho Rios and the grill is going to be, a little bit better than you coming all the way from Montego Bay.
Exactly. So I actually sent a lot of clients to Bahia because of that, because it's closer to the excursions.
Yes.
So if you're looking to do an excursion packed Jamaica trip, you're going to be in the grill, you're going to be in Ocho Rios for a lot of those typical excursions. Exactly. Your bamboo rafts, all of those things tend to be on that side. So speaking to which, like you said, as far as timing and transportation, consider that too when it comes to how you're trying to do your vacation. Because if you are someone who's like, okay, I'm trying to be intentional with my time, I'm trying to get an early flight in, maximize on my 4 days, this actually would be a great property because you're saving a lot of time when it comes to getting to the excursions instead of having to wake up 2-3 hours earlier leaving from Montego Bay and you was drunk last night and you hung over and now you on the shuttle throwing up.
Or you didn't make it.
Exactly. You kind of get a little bit more leeway with those excursion days. And it just makes the rides longer because I personally hate those 3-hour rides.
I mean, I just feel like in Jamaica, prepare yourself to be in a car.
Yeah.
Everything is a ways. It's a humongous island. And even when you think about the bamboo raft, they have 2 technically different areas for that because they have the 𝗪𝒂𝒃 bamboo experience, which is the most popular and what people typically know for, but that's going to be closer to Montego Bay. And then they have another one for those that are staying in the Runaway Bay area and so forth and so forth. So you're going to be in the car.
Absolutely.
You're going to be in the car if you're going to Jamaica, but it's going to be worth it.
For sure, for sure. Speaking of the car, we had to get to the resort.
Yes.
So we chose to do a private transfer with, we'll actually insert his information in the show notes with JJ Tours. He's great. So he picked us up from Montego Bay. We did private because, again, it was a little further distance. But you obviously have the option of private or share, which we talk about all the time. But again, keeping in mind time, right? If you're doing shared, you're going to probably do some Montego Bay drop-offs. So you're going to add on to that hour 15, I would say, at least with an additional half an hour to an hour with drop-offs if you're doing a shared shuttle. So just keep that in mind. If you do want to maximize on your time, it probably would be worth just going private with this distance.
For sure, for sure. And also, in case you guys are not aware, they have recently opened the airport in Ocho Rios now. So if you do decide to stay at Grand Bahia Principe, which I think by the end of the episode you would, you could technically fly into Ocho Rios airport. Now, in my opinion, the difference in time is probably maybe save you 15 minutes to a half an hour.
Yeah.
So you do with that information what you will. But also keep in mind that they don't have as many frequent international flights either as the Montego Bay airport. So I think it's like flights on Saturdays right now. So if you're one of those people that's going to stay for a week, consider this airport. But if you probably got a 4 or 5 day trip, Montego Bay is probably the way to go. Nevertheless, look it up. Airport code is OCJ.
Still haven't sent anyone there yet or flown into there, but
now you
gotta check out the flights.
And if you didn't know, now you know today. Period. So all right, so we arrive at the resort.
Yes, beautiful entryway, by the way. I think something that I thought from just like reviews and pictures on the internet and seeing like TikToks and stuff is that I assumed that the resort was outdated. Which a lot of Jamaican resorts are. And I just kind of am mentally prepared for that already. So that doesn't bother me. But I was very impressed with the entryway being like so modern, in my opinion. Like the architecture was really modern and just like clean, open. It was real cute.
Yeah.
It was real cute.
So to Jasmine's point, they have done a lot of renovations on this property.
Yes.
A lot of them.
And you can see them.
You can. And so if you were someone who stayed here before, I even had someone DM me when I took a picture on the white staircase because they recognized it and was like, oh, you're at, the Grand Bahia. And then they were like, ... how you like it? ? This person knows me. And they had stayed there before. And I was like, girl, it's doing what it need to do. It's giving. Again, because really really did their big one with the renovations. So from the lobby to the lobby bar to the lobby bathrooms, like all of these areas that we had to be in as we're waiting to get checked in were nice.
Yeah.
Like
very
you're
nice.
like, okay, we can do this.
Yeah, it's very nice. Very nice upon entry. And
go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, because I was going to say Jasmine, when she asked me, did I want to go? She was definitely on some like, we don't got to stay at the property. We could just
bounce around.
Going off of the previous reviews, the information that we've seen, the photos that we've seen, just all of the things. And so we both were pleasantly surprised because she was definitely like, I mean, you could come, but we can do other stuff.
I know how Tasha is. And just to specify, so I was invited to the property because I send clients there. So I got a few free nights to come and obviously check out the new upgrades to bring more people there.
Yeah.
So I was like, we'll go. We'll see what it's like, you know, but we can still just experience Jamaica, like, you know, we on a different side or whatever. But again, we ended up staying at the property because it had so much to offer.
Yes.
So just getting into the property a little bit, the check-in process was pretty easy. You come in, they grab your bags, give you a ticket, you head over to the front desk. The staff very nice, very accommodating. If you're coming in at check-in time, which is 3-4 o'clock, you're going to obviously deal with a more busier, hectic check-in. We came in early, so it wasn't too bad.
A little after 1.
Yeah, exactly. After our ride, I think we landed like 12. After our ride, we got there a little after 1. So it wasn't terrible at that time, but once our room was ready, we saw like, oh, everybody's here now. So definitely keep in mind that. And again, we go back to just maximizing the time. I say get that earlier flight in so you can get into your room as soon as possible and not have to deal with the chaos.
Or if your room isn't ready, so that you can go to that lobby bathroom.
Yes, exactly.
Put your swimsuit on.
Exactly.
And start enjoying the amenities, because they'll still let you get your wristband or just give you some type of identification so that you can go out and start drinking and hanging and figure it out later.
And that's exactly what we did. And a bunch of other people did that too, because as we went to go get our, like, you know, once the room was ready, we noticed that a bunch of other people had their wristbands on and were just like kind of around, drinking, chilling, eating, and then like, oh, the room's ready now. So we always suggest that. Have something in your little personal item or whatever ready to pull out, because them rooms ain't gonna be ready till they ready.
Yeah.
But
can't bully your way into the
exactly. And obviously when it's ready, they'll get you in there as soon as possible. So it was a super
prepared,
easy check-in process. The property is huge though.
Huge.
It is a very big property. They did have like carts going around, but not as frequent as other properties that I've seen of that size. Like, you know, like usually it'll be like, oh, call us if you need a ride. I'm like,
nobody
it wasn't
told us to call.
Yeah. It wasn't as accommodating in that regard.
There's only probably about 40.
Yeah.
So
like, I'm
really
like, you need it. We got you, but like, don't call us, we'll call you.
Don't call us, we'll call you.
So I saw them, didn't use them. So keep that in mind too. Like if you are someone who doesn't like to walk a lot,
or aren't able to walk
exactly
a lot, just due to, you know, any ailments that you might have.
Right. You want to keep in mind of that. But also the premium rooms are located on a side of they have certain restaurants, even though majority of the other restaurants are a little further off, has a beach on that side. Yeah. So it is a very large property, but it's digestible in ways where you can just stay on this side.
Correct.
And still be fine.
Correct. Yeah. So Jasmine mentioned like the service, and I really do have to shout out the team because
they were great.
Baby. Okay, let me say this with love, but I'm going to say it.
It's your girls of 𝗓𝗏𝗃𝗄𝐿.
Before we jump into today's episode, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to us on YouTube and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
And make sure that you're following us on Instagram and TikTok at 𝗓𝗏𝗃𝗄𝐿.
And of course, if you have a product or service that you'd like to see featured on an upcoming episode of 𝗓𝗏𝗃𝗄𝐿, shoot us an email at info@𝗓𝗏𝗃𝗄𝐿.com.
Now let's get back into the episode.
Typically, when you visit Jamaica, you either feel the love or you kind of feel the
not so much love.
And that's fine, mamas, because I'm going to still enjoy my vacation. Thank you. But I will say, and Jasmine and I both said it, staying at this property, every single person, man and woman, was so kind, so complimentary. They loved everything about us.
Yes.
And they enjoyed us as much as we enjoyed them.
Absolutely.
That spoke so much to me.
Yes. Like, and to your point, I think with the culture of, like you said, you're either embraced or kind of feel that way.
Yeah.
I think it's because, you know, Jamaicans assume that most tourists don't. And we don't be tipping, you know, we're not the most, you know, respectable travelers. So they just have it in mind, like, you come in here, it's all inclusive, get your bare minimum, you pay for what you want. If you be nice, you show me a little tip now, we can vibe.
We can vibe.
But other than that, you got your food and your drinks. Let me know. Don't even let me know. Actually,
actually, just come back when you need something.
Rightfully so, because again, as American travelers, we know sometimes we can be tight. Sometimes we talk about it all the time as far as travel etiquette. tipping, especially on those all-inclusive properties where you feel like, oh, I'm all paid out. It's like, yeah, these people are still working.
Right.
So I understand that, but the energy here was not that at all.
It wasn't.
They were so sweet where I'm just like, these people aren't even working for tips. Like, they just like,
no, I want to tip you more.
Yeah, they just genuinely like the company. They like what they're doing. And I think, again, it speaks a lot to the Bahia brand because I'm like, these people like being here.
Yes, they do.
Like, all of the people that I talk to are like, oh, I've been here for 3 years or, you know, a good bit of time and kind of going through the process of the renovations. And they're just like, yeah, we're in this new space right now. And you can just see that it's a very consistent upgrade across.
It feels refreshing.
It feels refreshing. Yeah, like across the board. It's like they love it. You love it. It looks good. It feels good. So yeah, shout out to y'all.
Yeah, for sure. And then you touched on the location of the premium rooms. So we might as well kind of go over the standard rooms versus the premium rooms. Because, baby, book the premium room. Yeah, okay, you're going to listen to this episode. You're going to be so excited. And then if you go book the standard room, do not call me.
They lied.
Don't call me.
Yes. Just book the premium room. Because again, we talk about it. Jamaica resorts are outdated. So the standard rooms are the standard rooms. You're getting the basic Jamaica look.
The rooms that were not renovated.
Absolutely.
That's just what
it's just those rooms that, you know, have a more traditional look.
We've as travel agents, we've learned the keywords to make it not sound ridiculous, but still get the point across.
What we talking about, you know, certain color palette. And I think just in general, that type of like real estate and just how things are presented, hospitality, the architecture of things have just been so different over these last years. We want white, we want clean, we want glass, we want marble, we want gray. Yeah, that's just what we want.
We want those.
We want blue. Yeah, and that's exactly what they're giving. Like turquoise, gray, very brand new marble, clean. But that's the premium rooms.
Premium rooms.
So if you're going to go standard, you're still going to get like wood, you know, older marble, tile type floors.
Yeah, like the maroon.
Yes,
color.
That orangey, like, you know, So that's just what, if you're not staying there and you're going off the property, then listen, get that and then do your excursion days. Because the property is gorgeous. So you don't got to stay in that room.
I will say that, but I will also say the difference in the pricing per night is just
go premium.
That crazy.
It really wasn't. And you also have the options to upgrade at check-in if you wanted to either upgrade to premium, or they have like the premium alcohol options that you can add. So they do have different options that you can elevate your experience, even if you wanted to go standard and like get different elevated amenities.
Absolutely. Yeah. And just to touch on that premium liquor package, because I know we talk, if you've listened to any of our resort review episodes in the past, we talk about, you know, elevating the experience by adding like the premium club or aqua club or, you know, it's
whatever y'all call it.
Yeah.
The VIP.
Places. But technically they don't have the club situation.
Yeah.
But they do have the option to upgrade your liquor package.
Just strictly, it's like it felt like a cruise drink package.
Right.
Kind of. Where I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Like, if you want to do it today, it's this price.
And it was kind of
if you want to do it for your whole stay, it's this price. And I was like, okay.
I think it was $12 for the whole day. Or so yeah, if you're staying at Grand Bahia Principe, it's $12 for the day, and you have premium liquor access for the whole entire day. If you think about it, if you're not going to, let's say you want Don Julio or you want like different things, that's premium. So even if, or you could just a la carte it, where you could buy your $3.
Yes, you could pay $6, $5 exactly for the premium.
For the premium liquors. But if you did that twice, that's $10.
That's the package. Yeah, exactly.
And you only had 2 drinks versus just paying the $12 for the entire day. So very much worth it.
Yes. Now, I will say the catch is, so we didn't even mention this. Right. The catch. We didn't even mention this. So the Bahia Principe Grand is connected to the Bahia Principe Palace. Luxury, excuse me. I'm thinking Palace, that's for you. So the luxury is the adults only side. The Grand is the family friendly side. So they are virtually connected like by beach. So if you do add the premium liquor package, you will have to utilize it at the luxury property. So you will have to go on that side to utilize their bars where they have all of the premium offerings. Like they only had a few premium offerings at the Grand. And again, you could pay for those a la carte if you wanted to get a shot or get a drink with those premium liquors. But if you wanted to really get the premium upgrade, you had to go to their bar because that's where they really had what you paying for. So I'm like, it's fair because I did only see maybe a Don Julio or something. It wasn't much over here. Yeah. So it's worth the trip to the other bar. And again, I definitely think it's worth the price, especially if you like me and you gonna crash out the first night off of the bottom shelf liquor.
We gonna get there. We gonna get there.
I would just go with the premium.
But like you said, it depends on you. It depends on if you feel like the walk. It depends on, and in my opinion, I feel like it allows you to get the 2 for 1. Absolutely. You know how we like to be able to stay at 1, play at 2.
Exactly. So that little daily or weekly upcharge allows you the accessibility to both. Because technically, you don't get access to both.
Right. No.
At the Grand. If you're at the luxury, I believe you get access to the Grand.
Correct.
Yeah, at all the restaurants and everything. But if you're at the Grand, you don't technically get access to the luxury unless you do that premium liquor upgrade. And then you have access to their bars and I would assume restaurants.
I thought it was a great option.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great option. Ultimately, didn't end up doing it.
I don't know. Why didn't we do it? I forget.
Well, because Jasmine crashed out on the first day.
Yeah, that's true.
And then on the half of second day, she missed it, so we didn't need it for a whole day.
That's true.
And then the third day.
We was thinking about getting it that second day, but I was, I don't want to drink.
Kind of was like, well.
We already drinking this bottom shelf.
Liquor. Yeah. Because it wasn't bottom.
Yeah. Y'all know that resort liquor.
But it wasn't like Don Julio.
It definitely wasn't premium. It definitely wasn't giving top shelf.
But funny enough, it was. Y'all, your girl crashed out on the first day. We gonna pause the logistics. We gonna.
Yeah.
My poor friend, my baby girl. In her defense, in our defense,
it was a long night.
It was a long month of March.
Yeah. This year been kicking my butt, but I'm still showing up. I've been having a couple little crash out moments. Lay off me.
It's a long Q1, and we took Q2 with this trip that's just kicking off.
Yeah, I came out the gates hot.
She had a time. We had a time. Honestly.
Yeah, the first night was good. Yeah, and again, we just stayed on a resort, so we're just drinking. We're utilizing amenities, eating, drinking, meeting people. Yeah, I'm just like, how did it go downhill so quickly?
And it first of all, it's because y'all know Jasmine don't be taking shots.
That's what it was.
She was shot mommy.
Yeah.
Shotiana.
We had met these friends. Shout out to them. And they was like, oh, we taking shots. And I'm like, all right, we taking shots. So first round of shots, tequila shots. And y'all know, if you know me in real life, you know that I am the type to dump a shot out. Like I'll literally leave this much in there. And like in the long one, like just a little splash.
In the shooter glass.
Or I'll tell people like just a splash. Like, you know, it's me. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, it's me. Just a little bit, like a half a shot. And people always debate me with that. But if you give me a whole one, I'll just dump out half. Or give it to, like, you know, somebody else. Like, I'll just take half and then leave the other half. You can't make me take this. But for some reason, I just was taking a whole shots. I don't know what came over me. I literally don't know. I don't take whole shots. So I'm like...
How did I get here?
So we took 5 shots of bottom shelf tequila. Sorry to keep calling it bottom shelf because it's not, but just to kind of.
It was local tequila.
Yeah,
it wasn't like if you drink. It wasn't the bottle. The bottle wasn't plastic.
Yeah, that's like, let me stop saying bottom shelf, but it's definitely not top shelf. So 5 shots of tequila, and then y'all know me. I just be all over the place with drinks. So then they randomly made this purple rain drink. Nobody asked for that. It was like this frozen purple drink.
They definitely was just making drinks for
drank that.
Drink that.
Tequila Sunrise, typically my go-to. I was drinking that.
Everything.
Yeah, I just be drinking
Prosecco.
Stuff. Yeah.
You just was going.
Did I have Prosecco that night?
Earlier in the day.
Yeah. It was a long day. So, yeah. They had karaoke in the lobby, too.
Oh, my God.
To derail from the story. They did have karaoke in the lobby. I think it was daily. It was kind of fun in there. It was a fun little property. Derail again. That little marketplace. That's where it started. That's where I started getting lit.
Because this is all on the first night here.
Yes.
The first day into night.
So, okay, I'll add all these details into the story. So, as we're drinking, we doing a day thing. We ended up getting ready for the night. We come out. We go get some drinks. There is a promenade that they have entertainment. There's stores that you could buy things.
This is all on the resort, guys.
All on the resort. And it's like
huge and it's so good.
It's so big. Yeah. So it's literally like a party. Like outside is all these tables, chairs. There's other bars. They even have like a little food buffet that they pull out. And there's live entertainment, performances, dancing, all of that stuff. So we hung out over there, had some drinks on the first night. That was super fun.
And they were doing like, they were dancing, hanging out. Like,
yeah, it was super lit.
So fun.
Yeah, like the property had a lot to offer. Like, so I think they shut that down at a certain time. So then we headed over to the lobby bar where they had karaoke. So again, it was a very consistent like entertainment schedule. They're like, this wraps up at 11, but that starts at 11. Like,
additionally, consistent areas to always have a drink.
Exactly. And have a vibe and catch a vibe. Yeah, we loved that the food was consistent. Like there was food available throughout the day, which I think a lot of all-inclusive resorts kind of miss out on, where they have those downtimes in between lunch and dinner.
You can only get some nachos.
Right. And exactly. Sometimes not even that. Sometimes it's really just like, okay,
there's a lull.
Right.
Like, oh my gosh.
It'll just be buffet only. Like on most properties, it'll literally be like 2 hours where you just have to go to the buffet and figure it out. So there was a lot of options in between those times. And even late night, they had that buffet that we went over to after the lobby bar.
We have like the restaurant stuff on here. But
so again, just going back into that night, ended up being a great night. I don't want to get too into detail. But I was out. Tasha ended up leaving me. Not like that, but in a way, we talk about it. We go our separate ways sometimes.
I called it at 3 a.m.
Was it 3?
Yes, because I text you. I have the time stamp.
That's fair.
I said, I'm back at the room. Here's the room number in case you forgot.
Sent me the picture of the room number. I was like, no, I remember it. Like, I be lit, but my brain be
That's facts.
Like,
so that was probably
brain be on. Yeah, no, and I appreciated it because I needed to confirm to other people that I'm like, I know what I'm talking about. Here we go. Like, I'm drunk, not dumb. Like, hello. So it ended up being a super long night. We met. It was so many Canadians.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is apparent. I don't know what the marketing is for Bahia.
It was a week of like, I don't know.
Maybe it was Canadian spring break. I don't know.
I saw Canadian flags hanging off of people's balconies.
Like their balconies of their rooms.
I've never been around so many Canadians. Shout out to the Canadians.
Yeah. They were a vibe though.
They were nice. Nice people. I mean, yeah.
That was funny though. But yeah. So first day, crash out.
Yeah. And I didn't get into like after 5. So I had to sleep.
Nuts.
And then literally, I don't even want to say throw up, but on air, but throw up. I was
the whole
throwing
up. The whole morning, I was just like, you cool?
Whole morning. Like,
luckily, again, guys, I have a Barney bag.
It was giving college.
It was giving college.
It was bad. I couldn't believe how I felt. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm in my head like, I don't even think I took it this far for it to be this bad. Like this, dying in Jamaica,
death. You definitely was resurrected.
I was so sick. I was so sick. Oh my gosh.
But she came back to life. She came right back outside.
It took me 16 hours, but I was back.
Day 2 ain't miss a beat. We got fire content.
Yes, Tosh found me a coconut. I drank that coconut water and immediately revived.
That's the trick, y'all. In case nobody told
that is a hack she put me on.
You are in the island.
Yeah, that woke me up.
You are hung over. Find you a fresh coconut. Had them chop that thing.
Yes.
Put your straw in and drink the fresh coconut water. It has literally everything you need.
I came
come back to
right
life.
Back to life. Like I literally was like, okay, she has risen.
She has risen. Heavy on it. Heavy on it.
All right, back outside. Not crashing out, but we back outside.
It was back, and that's what I can appreciate.
I got control.
I can appreciate the person that's like, if they didn't, the day is not just a whole wash.
Oh no. I was mad that it took me to 2 p.m. It took me to 2 p.m. to get out that room.
But you came out the room and we still had a great afternoon into an evening.
I was like, this is crazy. I feel so bad for Tasha.
Oh, you didn't feel bad for me. I put up my tripod.
Not get it together.
I went to lunch.
Trying so hard, y'all, to get
fine.
it together. I could not get it together.
And I was like, telling you, it's fine.
Like,
I was
I'm
not
I'm
that
texting
person.
like, girl, give me an hour.
And I'm like,
after an hour, I'm standing at the vanity like, all right, get it together. Like,
but
get
you got
it together.
It's okay.
I got it together. But all in all, the property's fun.
Apparently.
The property is fun. It's a good time.
Apparently too much fun.
I was out partying till 5, 6 a.m. on that property.
Yeah.
And the little jerk chicken station. Let's get into the food.
Come on, let's get into the food.
Cause
baby.
But that's why I was throwing up, because y'all was eating and I was talking.
Listen, they have a jerk. They have a beachfront restaurant that has a buffet from 11 p.m. till 6 a.m.
Yes. And that's to avoid mornings like mine.
Crashing out.
That's literally why they have it there, to avoid mornings like that.
But also, I think it's a supplement because they do not have room service.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
then you have that option, but which I thought was great. Like, it was good food.
It was.
So nevertheless, on the first day, we went over there and I got myself a plate. Jasmine wanted to keep making friends.
I made new friends. Shout out to my friends in London.
She should have ate.
And Canada. London and Canada.
But yes, let's jump into food because the food on this
was-
property.
And y'all be trying to drag the all-inclusive
This is not the one to drag.
food. And I will be the first to tell you. And people was commenting when we was posting food. People was like, oh yeah, the food there was good. So a lot of people we both experienced were like tapping in like they've been there and they had good experiences.
Yes.
So that was good to see.
So they have 9 restaurants, 9 dining options. Obviously, that late night buffet again from 11 p.m.
6 a.m.
till 6 a.m. I don't think you have that anywhere.
I've
have not
never heard of
experienced
that. Yeah.
I was very excited by that.
And it was good.
And it was
options.
good.
It wasn't just like a little 1-2. They had jerk chicken, rice and peas,
Beef patties.
chicken patties.
Ugh.
Then they had the little regular chicken nuggets, French fries, pizza, but like
Salad
it was
if you wanted it.
Yeah, they had corn on the cob. They had everything.
At 11.
Cabbage, like
At
a whole little Jamaican platter.
Whole Jamaican platter
Listen.
at 11 o'clock.
That was the best one.
It was so good. But honestly, we did the hibachi experience as well.
Which was great.
And let me tell you.
It was so good. That fried ice cream.
This
Sorry
was
to take it to the last course, but that fried ice cream,
It took you straight to dessert.
that was the one, not the two. That was so good.
And we kept saying it as we were eating because we were like, baby, this is Jamaican.
Like, y'all seasoned this.
Because it was seasoned.
It was so, and we've all done a hibachi experience at a resort. And it's like, okay, you get the little show, cool. But like, no, the food was good.
Food was
like
good.
it was coursed out. It was proportioned perfectly. And it was good.
It was very good.
It was really good. And it was a good
seasoned.
experience. It was a great experience too. Like, I think also, yeah, it depends on who your chef is.
Absolutely.
We had a good
He was
chef.
singing Bob Marley songs. He was vibing.
Like, not the Bob Marley over the hibachi grill.
That's what I'm saying. Jamaican.
Yeah. It was a vibe and it was delicious.
It was so good. So seasoned. Very great.
Yeah, definitely you have to make reservations.
You do have to make reservations.
So
for
definitely make
all
a
of these
reservation
jobs.
for that one. So you have to make reservations for the dinner restaurant. So that includes the Japanese, I believe there was a steakhouse, Italian. It was something else.
There's the Caribbean. They have tons of
Yes,
restaurants.
yes.
Mediterranean. They have a lot of restaurants here.
Yeah.
Lots.
So those specialty restaurants you will have to make reservations for, but the reservations were open. Like, we were able to get reservations for 2 nights, which, worked out. So I do I know, if you stay for 3 nights, you get one reservation.
Like one reservation.
One
option.
dinner reservation. There are restaurants that do not require reservations, like the buffets and things of that nature, where you still have tons of options. The dinner buffet was all that.
Bro. And I know if you've been around here,
All that.
I usually throw shade on buffets.
Yeah.
I don't care for the buffet. I will just figure out my life or go off the property.
It was
This
all
buffet?
that. It was given off the property type food.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
The oxtail.
Yeah. You really, that was a good one. That was a good accent.
That was good? I did pretty good.
That was really good. Like, damn. I can't beat that. That was good. You ate with that.
He was just there. But
sound like a lady I know.
Listen. It was so good.
It really was.
Like that
the
was
curry chicken, everything.
Buffet.
Yeah.
And completely remodeled as well.
Gorgeous.
So it was beautiful, inside the buffet.
It was actually a very pretty dining hall.
Yes.
Yeah. All of their dining halls were beautiful,
yes.
actually. Every restaurant, because even I'm thinking about the
everything was refreshed.
Breakfast restaurant that we went to, which is, I think, a brand new restaurant that they
like,
built.
You just
it
put
felt
this
like
here. That
was like the steakhouse at night, but it's like breakfast during the day. You can do indoor or outdoor dining. It was so beautiful.
On the beach.
Yeah, it's literally like I was walking past like, what is this? Like, how did this get here? And you can tell they just built it. So it added on to their restaurant list. And it gorgeous, great offerings, menu style for breakfast. And it's
beautiful.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all. It's your girls of 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗂.
And guess what? Our Patreon membership is free until the new year.
That's right. No cost, just vibes.
So unlock exclusive content like behind the scenes of our trips, extended brunch abroads and goddess meals,
plus bonus Q&A sessions, and you'll be the first to know about all the amazing things we have upcoming.
Period. So don't miss out on a chance to get VIP treatment. Click the link in our bio and sign up today.
Let's keep traveling and flying sexy together.
Period. Yeah.
And yeah, so again, I know we said it, but the property is beautiful.
There's a lot to offer.
And if you are a content mommy or poppy,
yeah,
you're winning.
We know where to go. He's like,
you're winning.
Do you go here? Do you go there?
You're winning. If you have not already, just take a peek and scroll our pages.
Yeah,
we still got content to post, but every area, square inch of this property was picturesque.
So cute.
And again, all of the content that you're seeing, we stayed on the property the whole time.
Yes,
so
the
everything
beaches,
is on the property.
Everything. Yes, yes.
So good. And then they have I felt like unlimited amount of bars.
Yeah, I think it's like 11.
Like every time we turned around,
a lot of bars. Yeah, and it's like little pop-up bars.
And on the beaches.
Yes,
which they
had pop-up bars.
Beaches.
7 beaches, which is crazy, but one of them is a new beach. So if you're into that, you have that option.
You do.
I'm not into that, so we didn't go.
I really wanted to just go and peek.
We were going to go, but I'm like, we're going to go peek at naked people.
I just wanted to really like confirm.
She did want to go.
I just confirmed, but I didn't have time.
I'm like, what do you record? Like,
no.
like, hey guys, this is where their new beach is.
I didn't want to. Low-key, what I wanted to do, and I could have still did it because it popped up when I was in the room. I low-key just wanted to go and put the geotag because it said nude beach at Bahia in the geotag. And technically, I could have still did that.
Y'all go and y'all show me the new beach.
I wanted to,
but don't send me no pictures of y'all on the new beach. Just show me the new beach.
There.
The beaches are gorgeous. They have 7 beaches. Each beach does have like a little pop-up bar. So not a full, like, extensive bar, but they'll bring over the main liquors and different things. And they also do service. Yeah, so they'll come to you while you're chilling on the beach and you can get service. I'm trying to think, besides those beachside restaurants, I don't think there was any like pop-up food or anything on the beach.
The jerk hut was on that one beach.
Yes, which we missed. Yeah, timing and the one day that they were supposed to be there, I think it was like because of the rain, they didn't pop out.
Yeah.
So yeah, they do have a jerk chicken hut, which every resort in Jamaica should have.
And it rained for like a second. It was crazy.
It was crazy.
But it was literally
I see why that hut ain't open. Every was coming down. And that was the day that I was like hungover. So I was like,
so you
wash
was
my hangover away, please.
Wash it away.
So yeah. But yeah, the rain was quick and easy and it ended up being a even more beautiful day after that. So we got to explore the other beaches. 7 beaches is crazy. So find one you like and just stay there. Because we literally walked from one to the other. I was like, this is a lot.
Yes.
I'm like, do I take my shoes off? Do I keep them on? It's rocks and sand.
And like the other beach, which was by our premium rooms, was beautiful as well.
That was the perfect beach.
It was perfect. And like the layout
right by the restaurant too.
The layout of it was like an inlet situation. Yeah. So again, another content paradise. It had the what do you call it? The bridge that extended out.
The property is really pretty.
Baby.
Yeah.
And then that restaurant over there on that beach.
Yeah, that was my favorite restaurant.
Buffet,
yeah.
But we ate at it every day.
Yeah, that food was so good. The food on the property was so good. Oh my gosh. And then they also have the pool bars, obviously. So I know we're getting hungry now. So they have the pool bars, the swim up bars, which we love a good swim up bar. They also have a water park. So if you are, you know, with the kids, taking the kids, or if you're just an adult that likes to act like a kid like me, you have that option to, you know, play in the water.
But I will also say, while the property does have a water park and is technically family friendly, it did not feel like an overrun kiddie situation. Yeah, I don't know.
I saw that one kid. We saw the guy's brother. And I was like, where'd his kid? I was like, oh, he's here with his family that night.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was the only kid I can really recall seeing.
Yeah, so... I mean, take with that information what you will, but it didn't feel super kiddie.
No, and it's some family properties you walk on and you're like, this is designed for families. This is designed for children and for adults to bring their kids, like the kid clubs and all of that. Yeah. I didn't see a kids club.
No, I think they had one because I feel like someone mentioned that when we were talking, because we talked a lot with different members of the staff just to really get more information, of course, and insight for you guys. But I feel like someone said something about a kids club, but I never actually located it.
Yeah, I'm like, I just didn't see much of kid vibes. So it definitely was, again, a family-friendly property, but it feels very mature.
It did, which I love.
Yeah.
Because baby, my swimsuits is not for the kids. Sorry.
We didn't feel that. Usually, you know, when it's a kid property, you feel like, oh, cover up. And it's like, it definitely didn't give that energy. So we appreciate that.
Now I gotta go to the new beach. Like,
right, in my baby suit. Like, what the heck? It's hot.
It's hot. It's Jamaica.
Yeah.
Okay?
The pools were really nice as well. Like, they had, I can't even think, maybe 6 pools.
I think it was like 5 or 6.
Yeah,
pools.
they're huge.
And again, they're like, this is all on the Bahia side.
Or the grand side. This isn't even the luxury side. Absolutely. So they have their own pools and beaches.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, this is insane. This property is so big, so beautiful. Yeah. And the beaches are beautiful. Like,
yeah, the beaches are beautiful. The pools are beautiful. The amenities are great. I'm trying to think, like, is there anything amenity-wise that we're missing? The spa, yes. We didn't get to visit the spa, but from what I saw online, the spa looks gorgeous.
Yeah, they got the spa.
Yeah, they do have a full-service spa.
They have different things on random days. So, like, Wednesday morning, outside of the buffet, they basically giving out giving out personal bottles of rum if you just completed a survey while you're standing there, like to tell them how your experience has been either so far or just at that day.
Yeah, and then they have the DJ that's out there, like in front of the buffet area, so it's like a little party during certain
great stuff to do.
You definitely want to make sure you're following like the itinerary or checking the app because they have so much entertainment going on across the property. Yeah, you never know if you want to do karaoke, you want to go get a smoothie like that. I had grabbed a smoothie and then she's like, "You want rum in it?" And I'm like, "In the smoothie, sure." I guess.
Yes.
I'm like, "It's a smoothie or is it a cocktail?"
Again, just right outside.
But that's a little pop-up smoothie bar, with the DJ, and again they had like the wheel where you could win different stuff and all that stuff. So yeah, it's so much entertainment on this property, and not in a cliche way of like water aerobics, but in a way of like, oh, this is fun, like.
Water aerobics.
Yeah. No shade.
They got that too.
No shade.
If you want to do it, they definitely have that.
No shade. I be seeing y'all in the pool getting in the morning.
Great.
I can't even get up out the bed in the morning, clearly. So
you made it though. You made it through.
2 p.m. is crazy.
I will say by the last morning, I was a done bunion.
Yeah.
And I didn't even do anything, I felt like, except for we just was on go.
And that goes to show how much the property had to offer because we didn't go nowhere. Right. It's not like we went nowhere. We literally had a great time on the property. The staff was great, but we met so many great people
while staying there.
Know. And there were also some locals who were vacationing there that we got to meet. And that goes to show, how great the property is as well, that they're experiencing it. The locals like to stay there.
Yeah. We did go off property our last night.
Oh, yeah.
Just up the street, too, which was great. Like, literally less than 10 minutes.
Which was great.
It was great until it wasn't. But anyway, I thought it was cool because it was just up the street. And apparently it was this place called Truck Stop, which apparently is like a thing in Jamaica. Like, everyone knows about it. And, it was only 10 minutes from our property.
Yeah, it was lit. Until.
Ciao. The one thing I'll say about Jamaica, I'm an American, duh, but I'm also just a really nice person. So like
they be thinking nice mean green.
They be thinking nice mean dumb. They be thinking nice mean I like dumb. They be thinking lady. Nice just means not nothing that nice means here. Ciao. So we went there with some locals.
Yes.
We had a good time. We vibing, we drinking, winding, all the fun things. Time to go back.
Take us back. I'm hungry. I want to go to that hut.
We are ready. We knew exactly.
I knew what time.
Like, so it's about to open at 11.
I timed it. I was like, oh, the thing opens at 11. It opens at 11:30 or 11, whatever. I said we're leaving here at 11,
so we can get
we can get there. So soon I'm like, oh, it's like 10:40. Cool, like cool.
Wrap it up.
One more little wine, drink, whatever. Cool. I'm leaving at 11. So I'll walk down this road at 11 and be back before the hut opens.
I'll walk down this road. It's hilarious. The long story short, we're driving back. Again, we're with the locals.
Yeah, we're with the locals. Some people we met earlier in that day or the day before.
We veer off the road.
It's straight. It's literally a straight ride, no longer than 5 minutes. A straight ride from the resort straight down the road. The bar's to your right.
There's no turn.
So if you come out, you go straight. The resort's to your right.
There's no turns.
Why you make a left? Sharp left too. Not no like, oh, maybe like, no, a sharp left.
I said, where are we going? It's now North Philly, Tosh. I said, hold up, player. Where you going? He talking about, oh, I'm going to outhouse. I said, so what? This car around.
Y'all still want to party.
I thought you still want to party. Don't make me.
We both from North Philly. We're drunk, not dumb. Like, she's in the front seat, I'm in the back seat. So I don't know if I text you or how we like started like maybe it was just telepathic.
It was telepathic.
Yeah, because I was like, where are we going? And she,
and now I'm sitting there with my fist
she's
clenched.
saying it like, where are we going? And I'm like, what is happening right now?
I said, back up. He said, now back up.
They're like, oh no, we thought y'all still wanted to. So now I'm in the back. See, me and Tosh got two different energies. So Tosh is like, let's get it together. I'm like, I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear to get me back to this resort. Because as soon as you get me back to this resort, you can't come to the resort anyway. So just get me back down the road. I'm like, no, like I just gotta, like I'm hungry and I have to pee. Like I have to use the bathroom. So like we have to go back now. But as soon as we're done, like we can still hang out. I'm going to go run to the bathroom, get some food. Like yeah, like we can still vibe, whatever. Like y'all want to go to another party, or if y'all want to come to the resort, y'all can vibe with us there. It's cool. Like, it don't matter. He's like, oh, yeah. Take me back now. As soon as we get there, I jump out. He telling Tosh, like, oh, yeah, she said you still want. She was like, you told me you still. I said, I don't give a what I told them. I'm going. They can sit there and talk to security all they want to. Like, you can stay there all night. I'll leave tomorrow. I'm not scared now.
And it's like, it's like, I'm so mad at myself. I'm not mad at no one else but myself because I literally, number one, I travel. Number two, I watch TV. Number three, I read. Why did I make this decision? We'll never know.
Yeah.
But here we are. Because you get one life.
It's like, how did we get here?
Nevertheless, you also, it's like, all right, these people like work here. So like they got a little bit to lose.
Absolutely.
So they're not about to do something crazy. And it was more on some like, we just wanted to still kick it with y'all, but like we can't do it on the property.
Right.
And I get you, but you didn't ask. You just made a decision.
Right.
So baby,
and you heard me talking about wanting to jerk chicken, and like you saw me counting down. Are you kidding me? Because now I'm about to get hangry. I said I wanted to go back.
I'm like, Lord Jesus, take the wheel, but also thank you for just always
keeping
protected.
Us covered. Okay, because
what are you doing?
That left was sharp, honey. I said it was supposed to be straight. I said something about, I don't know how to drive, but we are not supposed to be gearing this way. This is not the way.
Like, y'all probably listening to this with so much anxiety.
I don't have no service, so I really can't even do much.
And luckily I do.
She has service, but I'm like, I can't even do anything. And I'm in the back, she in the front. So I'm like, I could take him. So
I definitely could take
the one in the front. So I'm like,
I processed all of this in 32 seconds, I promise you.
But they planned it. They definitely planned it and talked about it because like the driver was like, he was like green, like, you know, like he was
Yeah, the driver
like he was
chilling.
a chill that
Like,
yeah. So I was just like,
and he and I was like, on the same
yeah.
page.
I was like, you can tell that the other guy was like, no, this is what's happening, like, and he told him like, this is where we going, and it was like, because when you asked him, he like, honestly, I don't know, like
he's like, I'm just following. Yeah,
like I thought that's where y'all said the next. No, I said take me back to the resort. I will pee in this car. Get me out of here. I'm not playing with you. Crazy.
Nevertheless, we made it back to tell y'all about this episode because WTF, but YOLO.
Yeah.
Now Ricky all scary over there.
I know. That's why you gotta come with us.
It's really not like it wasn't that bad. It sounds worse than it was.
Yeah. When I text people that, they was like, wait, what? Everybody started freaking out. I was like, it didn't feel that bad.
No, it didn't. And it wasn't ever a feeling of like, we don't have our wits about us.
Yeah.
We don't like, it wasn't never that. So like,
it's just
we're
okay.
Like, but it was more just like the lack of communication where like it's more
they was trying. They was like,
it's like when somebody fly you out. Like when we talk about being flew out, establish
but
what
a
we
5-minute ride down the road is crazy because you're gonna have to spend a little bit more than that. Just a little bit.
So it's like, that's what I'm saying. So
am I giving that? Am I giving 5 minutes down the road vibes?
And that's what I'm saying.
I hope that's not what I'm exuding.
It's not, but I do think that people, they go to destinations, they feel like,
especially Jamaica, them Jamaica minutes. I respect the hustle.
Listen,
because
somebody's gonna get their groove back.
Yes,
it wasn't us.
Okay,
this wasn't us. Okay,
they said I'm gonna catch one of y'all slipping,
and it wasn't that. Okay. But again,
one of these girls gonna go to the outhouse and bring me to America.
But somebody, it work on somebody, or else they not trying.
Oh yeah.
So it's
absolutely.
like be aware, be cautious, but also be direct. Like establish what it is. That was we I won't even say our miss because literally we led with friendly positivity.
Absolutely,
vibes.
yeah.
We never led with this about to go beyond.
Yeah, but
we vibing.
But it's like, I guess I could have been a little more direct, a little meaner, like, you know, which is just like, hate not having to be myself. But
now I realize why mean girls be just mean. Right? I get it a little bit now. Ricky said, nah. Y'all too mean. He said,
yeah. I'll remain the same, but we will be a little more cautious so we don't get kidnapped in Jamaica again. But yeah, we live to tell the story.
And here we are.
And the trip was great. And that has nothing to do about here. So that put that aside and keep everything from the beginning. Bring that back. So back to Bahia. That is not a reflection of them.
It's not. And again, I don't feel like there was any ill intent.
Or
there.
Jamaica. Maybe Jamaican like, men, but not Jamaica.
We not doing that with y'all. But somebody will.
Somebody will.
Oh man. All right. Overall vibes, ratings, feelings on the property.
Yes. Hey y'all.
Hey y'all. Hey. We know you're enjoying the episode, but we just wanted to remind you to leave us reviews.
Yes, you guys are always telling us in our DMs, messaging us, letting us know how much you love the podcast. And we're like, we love the feedback, but let's get it on paper.
Please. And of course, if you have suggestions of topics or destinations that you'd like us to cover, shoot us a DM or send us an email.
Yes. Now let's get back into the episode. Right. Because we got a Jamaica episode. Go back.
We do. Yes. And that was also rather layered.
Yeah.
Lord.
Good trips. Good trips. Jamaica's always a good time. Always a great time.
But overall vibes of Grand Bahia Principe, I'll be back.
Yeah.
I will be back.
I'm ready to go back.
It checked all my boxes.
And at that price, you can't beat it. Like, I mean, do your Googles right now. Type in some dates and you'll see. Like, oh, all right. Like, it is well worth the price, especially for those new upgrades, the premium. Absolutely. Like you said, the prices are so comparable that you're hardly paying extra for premium. It would be the same of just getting like an ocean view room or something like that.
Exactly.
Like going up just to the next room type. So I totally think it's worth it. It was so good.
It was. And the property itself, the facilities, the number of bars, restaurants, the food
you're not
quality,
getting the same thing.
The activities, the amenities, like they really thought out these renovations and these upgrades.
For sure.
And they executed them well.
Absolutely.
And I literally will be back.
Yeah. On top of the staff being so great.
The staff was fantastic.
Like the entertainment team, the management at the front, the people, the concierge. Everybody was so nice. The host at the restaurant, the hostess, the girl, like, I love y'all.
No, literally.
I will literally come back just because I love y'all.
No, they were so genuinely pure.
So great.
Just great.
everybody across the resort was so helpful. If you needed, which direction do I go? There's people just walking around. You want me to take your picture? You want me to blah, blah, blah. Like, they're so accommodating. Even down to finding us a coconut. Oh, here, go over here. This guy will get you a coconut. Like, you know, so it just was overly accommodating, on top of the property being all lit.
Right.
So
pictures for days.
It's definitely given a 9.8 out of 10 for me. And the only reason I say 9.8 is because I crashed out that first night. So
you can't blame.
I missed, not the property, but it's something I missed.
A little bit. You missed a little bit of sauce.
Some stuff I missed.
Made it to the new beach.
It's some stuff I missed. I missed breakfast that day. I did it's certain things I didn't get to experience a jerk chicken hut.
That's fair.
So, you know, and that's my fault. I'll take the blame.
That's my fault. But I will say, guys,
no more shots. Don't offer me shots, y'all. Please, just don't.
They just gotta be. I don't even know.
Or make it half.
Don't think that you can do shots.
Yeah, don't off, please.
Right, but like
or shooters, like a lemon drop shot. What is it?
Like a green tea.
Green tea. I was about to say twisted tea. Girl, that's all I need. A twisted tea. That's it.
All right, but can you do like 2 shots? You don't gotta do 6.
Yeah.
We gonna figure it out.
Shout out to our friends. Because clearly I like them. Because how did they get me to take them?
I have no idea.
We hang out all the time. You never see me do that.
No.
That was crazy.
I've seen you pour them out.
Absolutely. That's more on brand for me.
That's definitely. Even when I was sitting next to her taking the shots, and I didn't even take my shot because I was so confused.
Like, what is she doing? I couldn't believe myself.
Eventually, I took it, but I was like, what just happened?
The Bahia had me in a whole different mode. Clearly.
The vibes was high.
The vibes were high on this
that
property.
For you. I love that for us. We had so much fun.
It was a blast.
So much fun. Got a blast. But of course, if those are the vibes that you desire, and I know you desire them.
I mean, minus the crash out.
Minus the crash out and possibly minus
or plus
the
crash
left turn. But
that's it. Everything else, vibes are vibing.
Everything else. That is the mood. So if that is your mood, you already know we got you.
Yeah.
Or if you didn't know, but now you know today, Jasmine and I are both a part of Travel Goddess International, which is a full-service travel agency that can assist with bringing your next Jamaica trip to life.
Yeah, so whether you're going to the Bahia Principe Grand or the Bahia Principe Luxury or any property in Jamaica, reach out to us at travelgoddessintl.com and we will get you there.
We will get you there. I'm ready to be back there.
Right? It's been 2 years. That was such a good Jamaica trip after 2 years.
And it was crazy because that was literally like almost 2 years to the day.
Yeah, so weird. We can't make this stuff up. It's real weird, but we can't make it up. The numbers don't lie. Yeah.
The universe be knowing.
It's like 2 years after our first episode.
Yes, our first episode of TFS debuted on our last trip to Jamaica.
Exactly.
Which was at the end of April 2023.
Exactly.
Look at this. Here we are at the end of April 2025. You guys are listening to this episode.
Yup.
And we are 4 episodes away from
100. Like, the numbers are just...
What?
Speaking of which, go subscribe to our Patreon because 100 is coming up and y'all need to be there.
We got things to do.
Yeah.
We got things to do, things to show.
Patreon.
We also really just want to know what y'all want to hear, what y'all want to listen to, what y'all want. Who are you?
Hello.
Because we were trying to figure out our episode 100. We're going to get to the travel deal of the week in a second. We were trying to figure out what to do for 100. And then we really said, well, who we talking to?
What do y'all want from us?
Like, y'all don't talk back.
What do you want from me?
We don't like that anymore.
No, yeah, please talk back. We love that y'all listen. We love that y'all watch. But we want to know how we can cater better to y'all. And obviously, we think showing up the way that we are is good, but like we want to know, like, do y'all want to come outside with us? Right. Do y'all want us to be a little bit more interactive? Do y'all want to see us in destination perhaps?
Right.
So yeah, let us know like who you are, what kind of content you want to see from us so we can kind of cater a little bit better to you guys.
And where you from, where you're located too.
Right.
You want to pull up?
Because y'all all ain't in Philly. We just in Philly. And if y'all is, then that could be a thing too.
It can. but speak up.
Yeah. We'll meet up. That'll be cute.
Let us know what's good, Miley. Anyways, with that being said, it's time for the travel deal of the week.
Yes.
Travel deal of the week. It's not to Jamaica. I'm going to just start right there. I'm sorry.
I know. It's still great though.
It's great, but I'm just... I didn't want to get your hopes up.
Oh, it's okay, because I have a perfect transition.
Okay, fabulous. So, the The travel deal of the week is a 4-day, 3-night trip to Miami, my favorite. We're also overdue.
I know. It's also been 2 years, almost to the date. Like,
the disrespect.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Sorry,
What's
Miami.
for us will be for us because it's always is.
See y'all soon.
All right. Miami, late May.
That's a good time in Miami.
Round trip flights via Frontier Airlines with or flying from PHL, Philadelphia. We just talked about Philly. Hey, Philly. And 4-star hotel accommodations at the Riviera Hotel South Beach.
That hotel's cute.
It's really cute. It has a very cute rooftop.
It's cute. That hotel is cute.
Come on, y'all. All of that now.
On South Beach.
This be where I just don't understand. 4 days and 3 nights, round trip flights via Frontier, nonstop, and your hotel stay in South Beach.
Yes.
$189 a person. I didn't even look at the camera when I said it because why?
Bring back my rule, because if it's under 200, it's for me.
It's for me.
Like,
bring back the rule.
That is the one, not the two. We've been talking about Miami too.
Maybe we should just book it. Let's look at the dates.
I think that's kind of, we gonna
I think
see.
it was like,
we'll meet y'all there.
I think it starts on Memorial Day. So it's the 26th to the 29th. I think those were the dates.
That kind of eats.
So it's like you get in Miami on Memorial Day, but then you're there for the week.
That kind of eats.
So I'm just saying.
I like
$189. Who cares when you get there?
Off that day anyway, so it's a free day. There we go.
89 buckaroos.
That's how much lunch costs. Anyway.
That's how much lunch costs.
And then you go to Versace Mansion for $40. Like, come on.
Like you land, and you know it's a holiday, so it's already lit that day. So you got
all you gotta
things to
do
do.
is go to South Beach, and there's your time.
Then you do your Versace Mansion. You do Nikki Beach during the week because you know it's cheaper. It's rent a cabana.
That's where I'm trying to be.
It's tea.
Yeah.
Also,
$189.
click the link in the show notes because we got the travel guides for our Miami. So all the little things we just told you is a full travel guide.
Period.
Two. Jasmine didn't really do her big one. One for budget and one for luxury.
Period.
Nevertheless, you already know this is an exclusive travel deal. So a membership is required. Click the link in the show notes to browse the details of the deal, or click the link in the show notes to become a member and then browse the details of the deal. But $189 for 4 days and 3 nights in Miami with your flight.
Worth it.
We'll see you there.
Yeah, that's so good.
And with that being said, it's time to get brunchy because we love the brunches in Miami.
And that's why I said that's such a good transition, because we're going to take it back to Jamaica, but in Miami.
Period.
Because I was like, okay, we need to be in Miami. I've literally been saying that for like the last week since we've been back from the last 2 trips we took. So I was like, okay, let's keep it on theme this week with Jamaica, but like transition to Miami because hopefully me and Tosh will be going soon. So I actually mentioned this on a previous episode, but we're almost 100 in, so y'all don't remember. 𝗬𝗂𝗍 Jamaican Kitchen in Miami in the Wynwood area. It's one of my favorite brunch experiences. I've been basically every time I've been to Miami. It's authentic Jamaican food. You get your ackee and saltfish for breakfast with your dumplings. Like, I love that. They also have great brunch specials from, mimosa carafes, great cocktails. The service is great. I believe it's Black owned, if I'm not mistaken. I feel pretty confident in saying that it's Black owned, Caribbean owned. And yeah, it's a great joint. So if you're looking to get a Jamaican vibe, you ain't making it to Bahia Principe, but you're doing that travel deal, go to 𝗬𝗂𝗍, you get the same vibes.
Yes. And you said they got the drink specials too?
They got drink specials. And nothing that I can remember that's worth mentioning. It might be something that, like, it might do like a weekly special or whatever, but nothing like a bottomless type of thing. But the food and the vibes are totally worth it. They have indoor and outdoor. Their outdoor area so cool, chill, DJ.
Yeah.
It's a good time. It's basically a day party.
Yeah. And Wynwood is a great area.
Yeah.
Really,
and
really
you get to chill in Wynwood afterwards, so it kind of gives you a different... I like to brunch in Wynwood to get off the beach and then do the, beach after in the late afternoon, evening. So that's kind of how I do my Miami. I know.
The way I love Miami and the way
we need to be there. Oh my gosh.
And granted, I went twice last year.
Yeah, you have been,
and I
actually.
still feel tears.
Like, you actually have been a lot more than me in these last couple years. I haven't been. I went once after that, I think, or
that's
before.
right. Yeah, and later on in the summer.
Later on that
it's
summer,
like a solo joint.
Yeah, I did after that, and that was the last time I went. Yeah, and I feel like that year I went 3 times.
Yeah, that year you was outside.
I went like 3-4 times
because we went.
Yeah,
then you went. Yeah, and then you went solo.
Exactly. I'm like, dang. Now. It was the spring break changes, I think, turned me off from them.
Like, yeah, last year you were over them last year.
Y'all know I don't like that.
Don't tell me what to do.
But I think they better now. I think they've established their,
identity crisis.
Yeah,
they were going through an identity crisis.
Know, like, if you're under 18, don't come. So I'll see y'all soon.
Updates to come.
Yes.
Last but not least, question of the day. Question of the day, Jasmine. Since we were extremely turned up in Jamaica.
Too turned up.
And kind of in Miami, which will be back. See you soon in MIA. The question of the day is, what is the most serene destination you visited?
That is a good question.
I know, because I was like, we did a lot.
That is a
little too much in Jamaica.
Yeah. Especially me.
Somebody need to sit down somewhere.
Yeah. I think I was like, I don't think I'm sitting down this summer. I think that's just the start of.
I think we just like,
we outside. Because then I'm like, after Jamaica, I went to Vegas, and now I'm still just like, I want to go back outside.
And you would feel the same.
Crashing out, I would sit down. But here I am ready to go to Miami and do the same thing.
Okay.
But eat at night and then take like a liquid IV.
Yes. Be prepared.
Be prepared. Because I am 30 plus. So there is that.
So we need these things.
And that's why I crashed out like that. Because it's like, girl,
you're supposed to take your Advil before
you are 32 years old. Slow down.
Yeah, you got to drink your liquid.
You're not 22 no more. Get you some,
Get your
electrolytes.
Yes. Get your Gatorade.
Right. I be forgetting to put on sunscreen sometimes. I be like,
I literally, the whole trip,
I'm like
saying, "Here, Jasmine."
I have the mentality
with the sunscreen on, Jasmine.
Very immature, very irresponsible. Okay, so most serene place, I'm going to say Morocco. I want to say Morocco. The vibes were super chill. Although it does have like a turn up like aspect, is not a like super lit turned up. It's more of a cultural experience where you're like, oh, this is lit, this is fun, but it's still like a cultural experience. So it still has some type of serenity to it because I'm like experiencing their music, experiencing their dances, etc. But majority of the trip, they don't drink a lot of alcohol. Right. They smoke like hookah every now and then. So it's like really like a delicacy. So I think just with that in general, it just was more of a chill experience than my average vacation.
Yeah. I feel you on that. I actually got a few, but the first one that came to my mind was Jordan.
Okay.
And particularly when we went to the desert of Wadi Rum, and I just remember sitting on the balcony of our bubble tent, looking up at constellations in the sky, like, and just being like, what is my life?
Yeah.
And I live for those moments of travel where you literally just like take a moment and you soak it in and you just realize how much of a privilege it is that we get to do this.
It's always something about being under them stars. And it's like, I know there are stars everywhere, but when you are somewhere where you can really see and like take in, it just makes that experience so much better. I say that sometimes people are like, it's the stars. You can see that at home. No. Like, first of all, I live in the city. No, you can't.
No. You got about 2.
And second of all, it's certain places in the world and certain places in general you can just be and you just not only see the world from a different perspective, but you see the sky from a different perspective.
You see the sky from a different perspective and it just puts so much out of your mind. Because, you know, our mind on a daily basis is so full. With
the sky and the ocean can do that.
Yes. The sky and the ocean for me every single time.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, what would you guys say is your most serene travel moment or place that you visited?
I love that question.
Drop it. I know, right? It brought us right back down from doing the most.
It was too turned up.
Brought us right back down to zen. Drop it in the comments and let us know because we would love to visit and see if it gives us the same vibes. And we definitely think you should visit the places that we mentioned because we know you'll have the same experience. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the episode on YouTube and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Yes, and follow us on the socials at 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝐻𝑆𝑥y on Instagram and TikTok. Be sure to like, comment, share our content. We love the engagement. And, you know, don't argue with us, please. Thanks.
But if you want to.
Maybe we need a disclaimer because some podcasts do that. Do we need a disclaimer? Like, these are our opinions? Like,
No.
Okay.
It's a pod.
They both said no. So moving on. Just be nice to me. Thanks.
It's not like we like taking articles from the government journal
I'm
and
just
breaking
wondering why they be so hostile sometimes.
I would like to say, I think you got about a week left until the Real ID Act is implemented.
Yes.
And y'all came for us so bad.
Yes.
What was that, episode 76, I think it was?
It's like, oh, yes. So we'll see you on the other side of that. we'll revisit that.
Wait. I am waiting for May 8th, the day after, to revisit the comment section.
Yeah. Oh, you got yours?
And gather.
Did you get your Real ID or are you not going nowhere?
Because y'all was they don't know what
I need to get mine and I need to renew my passport. So thanks for the reminder.
My passport way more.
Because I won't be going anywhere. So.
But I now travel with my passport all the time because
you
just never know. You could be in Miami and somebody say, let's go to Bahamas for the day.
Yeah, no, for real.
I need to be prepared.
When I was leaving my last, coming back, they were like, you don't have a Real ID. And I was like, I have my passport on me if you need it. And he was like, no, I was just letting you know because it's coming up. And I was like, okay. But I do have my passport. So.
Because I'm always ready. Stay ready. You ain't going to get ready.
I'm going to get in this airport. So.
But thanks for the reminder.
Thank you. Yes, exactly.
Nevertheless, leave us reviews.
Yes.
We would love your feedback. We want to hear from you.
Absolutely.
We want to know what you want to see. We want to
Yes.
listen. We want to give you the tea that you want to listen to.
What destinations do y'all want to hear about? I think that is really important because I feel like we touch base on a lot of different destinations, properties. What destinations or properties do y'all want us to talk about? Like, do you have questions about, are you going to, and you kind of want to know if we've been there or sent people there? Like, I think that would be super valuable. So yeah, send them over, DM us, leave us a review. Let us know.
Also, like, if you don't want to drop it in the comments, please send us a DM.
Absolutely.
Send us an email. Like, engage with us.
We normal, you know?
Yeah. And we ain't gonna keep begging you.
Back. Well, Tosh talk back.
And of course, if you have a product or a service that you would like to see featured on an upcoming episode of TFS, please reach out. Send us an email at info@𝗕𝗏𝗄𝐻Sexy.com. We would love to work with you.
Period.
What else we got? Browse our travel guides.
Yes. Yep. Miami, bunch of good places on there. So yeah. And let us know if there's destinations you want to see a travel guide for. That would be great as well.
We're a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, we would love to share with you.
It's a good place. Hopefully you feel like it is. It's a good place of knowledge.
Road to 100.
What is 96?
96.
It's so much. And we get some cool stuff. We're also considering the idea of like going live on Instagram for the first like few minutes of the episode and then cutting it and continuing the episode with you guys here watching and listening.
Let us know how you feel about that.
You know, we're just
social engagement.
Exactly. Playing around with things. Because at this juncture, we're almost here for 100 times.
Right.
Now.
That's crazy.
Keep it fresh. Keep it funky.
Showing up. Love that for us.
Consistency is key. Alrighty. Hopefully you're ready to book your Grand Bahia Jamaica trip.
Yes.
And you already know when you are ready. Hit us up.
Period.
Until next time. Bye.